Hi everybody, this is DrkBLADExx, Dark Enforcers, aka Black Hawk Division Leader for DCUO. What's good, guys? Another video coming at you guys. This video is entitled You're Standing in It. It takes place in Darkest Nights. So, I guess the real question is, why did you start a video where you're already dead? Well, I'm not 100% sure, but it seems my death triggered a glitch in this raid. At least I think it did. I don't know how to reproduce it, so I don't. Yeah, I actually I don't really ask. I don't know how that it happened. Well, it's not a cheat. It doesn't. You can't do anything because of the glitch. Period. You really can't do anything because of the glitch. What you can do is you can just watch how the raid progresses by itself. What I mean is everybody's on top of this building. Everybody, all 8 of us, and the raid is still continuing, as if someone's down there fighting. So what this glitch is doing is now you can see the black portals pop up and you can see where they pop up at. So that's why I showed this video where I'm dead.
Oh, someone's still alive.
So I want you guys to see this right now.
Yeah, it's kind of good for safety.
These are only a few of the areas where they pop up at. Only a few, keep that in mind. There's a lot more than is actually being shown. But these are just a few of the areas that are popping up. Now, per definition of the feat, you're standing in it, you must defeat Corrupted Superboy without allowing any black lanterns to come out of the portals. Those little black swirls you see on the ground. So how do you do that? If you stand inside the portal, it will force the portal to close. And if you get there in time, no one will escape out of the portal before it closes. Now keep in mind that when it closes, it explodes it, knocking you backwards. The explosion doesn't do too much damage. However, the portal itself, just standing inside of it, does. So you're going to want to block. Even if you're at RCR, it may not kill you as it would someone that was lower level just standing without blocking. But with all the added damage of Superboy plus the portal itself, it might do some damage. It might actually kill you that way. Alright, so this feat is going to be like from the mindset of someone who's not high CR. So let's say you and your group are around 140. How would you get this feat? Well, look at the makeup of our group. We have 1 tank, 1 troll, 2 healers, and the rest are DPSs. And I suggest that makeup, although you guys can really use any type of setup you want. Okay, eventually I'm going to post a diagram on the screen showing you exactly how we spaced ourselves out on this map, and it will give you guys a better idea. Everybody covers their area as far as the portals, even the tank. Everybody has to cover their area. If you think you can get close enough to a portal in time, you need to go ahead and take that chance and run over there. But yeah, pretty much everybody has to cover their area. Don't rely on one person to do it for you. If you think you're close enough to get to it, take that chance and run over there. Now keep in mind that you have to look all the way around you, 360, so you want to have your camera zoomed out. Alright. Also, like I said, the map, the placement map that I made is color-coded. So the red circles are DPSs, the green triangles are healers, the blue X is a troll, and the pink square is a tank. Now I couldn't actually choose the colors of the symbols. I would have made square yellow. You know, kind of like when you went into what was it? Labyrinth. Yeah, Labyrinth of the Lost. Anyway, I would have color coded it just like that. But anyway, so now that no more swirls are popping up, I'm going to go ahead and just warp to the watchtower, and it fixes itself pretty much. And then we can actually go back outside, because right now we're locked on top of the building. And in a few seconds I'll show you that placement map and you guys can get a better look at it. If need be, feel free to pause the video right on top of the map so you guys can like study it. Alright guys, this is the placement map I made for our group. These are the areas that we were standing in when we got our feet. Alright, so before I get to anything, the circles are DPSs, the triangles are healers, the X is the controller, and the square is the tank. Alright, so we were standing in these areas, and an area around that spot is pretty much the area that we were trying to pretty much watch out for any circles. So it may appear as if the tank has a large area around him, but all the circles kind of overlap the tanks, so we're actually covering a lot of areas together. So with this spacing, we were able to get the feed pretty easy. Now, you guys don't have to do this spacing or this placement or even these rolls right here. You guys can do it anywhere you want to. Just remember to kind of space yourselves out so that you can grab the circles when they pop up. So have as many healers, as many trolls, or even as many tanks as you want. So it doesn't really matter. What we did though is we tried to keep the DPSs somewhat close to the boss. We do have one DPS that was long range, so we had her all the way to the left over there. But everyone else was kind of close. Alright. Once again, this is just suggestion. You guys can do your setup any way you want to. This is just what we did. And I'll let you guys study this and go back to the video. Once again, circles are DPSs, triangles are healers, X is troll, and square is tank. Yeah, that looks perfect. Alright, I think that was enough studying. Alright, so everyone's spaced out into their areas. They're not exactly on their spots, but they're close enough to it so that it doesn't really matter that much. It doesn't have to be perfect, you know. Eventually we will get right dead onto our spots, but for right now it's not that perfect. I'll just pan around so you guys can kind of see how they are standing. A little bit. So there's a little bit of movement, as you can see. Yeah. Also, this is the voiceover, just so you guys know.
As long as you guys can cover ground.
You don't have to be perfect with your placements. Once again, as I said earlier, placements are up to you, how you want to stand. Just with the way it's standing right now, we can cover a large area together. And it's like, no one's really, feel like they're overwhelmed with a big job this way, the way we spaced it out. Alright, so once again, I'm going to take the tank right here, somewhat a little bit north of where those ads, Sinestro and them are at right now. Just a little bit, well not north, a little bit, I guess, east of them. My bad, like right there. Yeah, I'm going to try to take him right there, slightly further back than that actually. But once I start pulling him, it's just business as usual. I aggro him, and then as we get his health down, portals will start popping up, and everyone just remembers to keep rotating their cameras so they can see all around them when those black swirls come up. Because it is very random when a swirl comes up. Once again, if you don't make it to the circle in time, just wipe. Everybody must wipe. Everybody. Once everyone's wiped, just walk right back in here and try again. Now, some tips for when you're at level. I know a lot of DPSs like to jump on the boss and crowd him, but once again, with this spacing, you can't do that. You have to be able to do somewhat of a, I want to say, mid-range to long-range version of your DPS. You're just going to have to do that. Pickups are necessary. If you can pick somebody up, pick them up. I'm Earth, so I'm using Brick, so even though I walked away from the boss, I'm good as long as I don't use a power, because using a power means that I take aggro away from my pet. Although my pet can take it back, but there's a chance that he'll follow me, so I don't really like doing that, but since I'm Earth, I can have a little bit of free room to walk around and pick people up a little bit. Like I said, as you see circles, call them out. Call them out so people, just in case they don't see it, you know. So it's really good to have a mic, or if you're like one of those really fast typers, that's good too. Type it out, let people know when the circles pop up. And the circles pop up pretty much like clockwork, so once you get the pattern and the rhythm going, you kind of know when to look out for circles.
Alright, he's hurt again, so get ready for another set.
Alright, so the only thing you really need to worry about is Superboy then, surviving, not being one-shotted.
Right next to me.
Okay, so there I go right there, a circle.
Like I said, as long as and I got knocked out of it. Okay.
Sometimes it does knock you far back, so keep that in mind.
Alright, get ready for another set of ads. Don't move too close.
Superboy has a attack where he uses heat vision, and it's pretty much a one-shot. It's kind of like deadly beams in lockdown. A little bit. You're gonna wanna, yeah, that. You're gonna wanna jump over that.
Well, I guess it won't kill you.
Because at level to come in here, that's probably a one-shot for you. Now, he doesn't do the full 360 spin. It's more of like a 45 to a 90 degree rotation.
Good job, LC.
But you're definitely going to want to jump over that. And remember, everybody should be doing pickups. There is no one designated to do just pickups. Everybody should be doing pickups. If you're close enough, pick up.
Okay, I'm picking up.
I can't stress that enough.
Watch out for those portals,
That's right.
dude.
Stop your DPS
There you go. Now get back.
and pick up. The only time you shouldn't be picking up is if you have to grab a circle. Somebody else will have to step up and pick up then.
Got this one. And I'm blocked, stunned. There we go.
Yeah, see that right there? Almost didn't make that. I was getting stunned.
Yeah, there we go. Just in case I get knocked out of it. Yeah, like right there.
And see, Superboy came back and knocked me out of the circle, and somebody else covered me. So that's one thing too.
Alright. Remember, don't get too close, because those portals will pop up still.
You kind of have like a two-part cover system.
You have to run back.
Just in case something happens and someone gets knocked out of the circle before it closes, someone else can jump right in there.
Portals up.
Okay, portal, LC's
On
got
the
it.
street. Shadow right next to you.
Remember to keep calling out those circles when they pop up. Well, not circles, the portals, my bad. When they pop up.
Oh shit, what did Brick go down? I didn't even notice it.
At this point, it's just rinse and repeat now. Everything you've learned, just put it into use. And you will get this feat. Also, I want to remind everybody, please, just because the Superboy's health's going down doesn't mean you can now crowd him and try to do as much damage as you want. Please keep to your positions. You would hate for a portal to come up and you couldn't get there in time, like what's about to happen right over there. Yeah, see, no one's there. Yeah, please keep to your positions. Luckily, we got there in time just as he died, so I don't think an ad would have came up anyway, but chances are it could have if the burn was slow, you know. So try, please keep to your positions. And I hope you guys like this video. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below and I will get back to you. Might even help you out, who knows. Also hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. This is DrkBLADExx of Dark Enforcers, aka Black Hawk Division Leader for DCUO. Dark Enforcers, Darkness Rising.